Yeah.
I have a sophisticated palate.
I rest my case.
Sophisticated. Why would you want your underwear cold in the morning?
When I was done with the Zeppelis, I stopped watching the video.
I didn't have a door in my room.
What does that mean? You got a curtain? Sophisticated palate.
It's everything. It's everything.
One, two, three, four. Welcome back to the Picky Boys podcast. Happy Sunday, all you sexy picky boys and girls. I'm Danny.
Sunday. I'm Antonio.
And I'm JT, and I am furious.
Oh, why is that?
I'm furious.
Why is that?
Because there are people among us who need to be stopped.
Okay.
And these people are among us. They are your neighbors. They are your friends. They could be your family.
Okay.
And they must be stopped at all costs.
Okay.
And I'm talking about the people who don't jerk off in incognito mode. They use their regular web browser to jerk off.
Whoa.
JT comes in and goes, I have something that's really bothering me. I want to start today.
Yes.
And that's what it...
So they just clear their history after
No.
every session?
You are sadly mistaken. They don't even clear their history.
Specifically on my phone, I am always, at all times, in private mode.
Oh, yeah. On my phone...
All times.
On my phone, no one besides the FBI guy is seeing anything.
Yeah, I always
Then
do
you're
private.
not logged into websites that you go into.
I don't do all that on my
don't-
phone.
I usually have apps. Like any website I go, and if I have to log into a website, then I'll just switch it out really quick.
I don't know. For me, there are times that I wish my brain had an incognito mode that I could jerk off and then be like, forget I did that. Like shouldn't like I just that doesn't exist in my brain anymore. That memory.
Is it because what you're...
Nothing illegal.
I was trying to pry. Is it what you're jerking off to, or like
Yeah.
that one moment when you're like right in the middle of it and this weird thought comes through? It's like, oh, get out of here.
Both that, many other factors,
Many
built-in shame of myself.
I heard
and
many. I heard many of your mother factors.
My,
I thought you were
your
trying
mother's
to,
in there too.
Yeah,
Don't you worry,
that's
pal.
what I thought was happening.
No, self-loathing after jerking off is kind of part of the process.
It's
No,
step-
I mean,
it's like step
I'm
six.
kidding. I actually don't really feel that. I hear a lot of other people say that, which is why I made the joke. But I don't know.
I don't feel that way at all. It's like, oh, I'm doing it.
Also, you
Doing
could
it.
just be watching vanilla porn.
So it's my fault. It's my problem. It's
Well,
the
no,
porn
it's not
I'm
your fault.
watching.
It's good that you don't get it. But I'm just saying. I think that's one of the reasons is the post not clarity and saying, oh, this is not a video that I would watch with a clear head. You know.
Oh, so what if I'm watching the bad ones, but I would also watch it with a clear head? And
Then
I'm
you're
just
just
that.
a
I'm just that bad.
sociopath.
I mean, whatever.
You're just a freak.
I'll take it. Well, what about the fact? I don't know if you want to talk about this. What about the fact that you used to watch when you were a kid? You would your introduction to porn was with food, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't with food. When I was a kid, I didn't know what to do, and so I just would sit down. I would come home from camp. I would get some Zeppelis
Definitely.
from
Zeppelis.
Phillies.
That please.
They're like,
fuck
for anybody who doesn't know, they're Italian dough balls. Chaz is having a heart attack over there.
Chaz is back there dying.
They're Italian dough balls with powdered sugar. They're delicious. And I'd get them, and I mean, sometimes I'd watch, How I Met Your Mother or The Office, and sometimes I'd sit down and put on an adult film.
Zeppelis are known to be a natural aphrodisiac.
I'd also go because if you're watching porn, not jerking off, just viewing, you can't just watch the 3-minute here it is. You got to watch the full storyline ones. So 40 minutes, storyline, cheesy music. There's the warning label. These are real adult films, adult cinematography, I would call it.
But the Zeppelis had to go by minute 3. So what about the other 27 minutes?
Well,
Good point.
by the
I don't.
when I was done with the Zeppelis, I stopped watching the video.
So I would eat Zeppelis real slow.
So essentially, instead of jerking off, I would just watch porn and eat the Zeppelis.
Yeah, that's why every time we pass a street fair or something, you get a whiff of Zeppelis, you sit there and you go, oh,
Yeah.
I got.
Honestly, if I had a therapist, they'd probably say that was a starting point for an unhealthy relationship with food.
I would agree with that therapist.
But it is what it is. You can't go back.
you
You can't go back.
can't go back. You can only continue.
Why do we always put this at the top of the program?
It's true. It's true.
Why don't we start with?
YouTube doesn't like that.
I don't know the weather. It's fall, very
'cause
crisp,
no one wants-
very crisp fall.
You,
I love fall.
Do you think you're still at an age where you could see a fucking pile of leaves and go, oh, diving into that?
I was never diving into piles of leaves. I'm
What?
not a degenerate.
JT.
Yeah, no, Danny grew up
Help me
as
out.
like this middle-aged man.
Yeah,
You're diving.
Danny's eating Zeppelin.
You're diving into piles of leaves. It's not like this is an Assassin's Creed where you can just like jump off of a high point into a. There's ground underneath.
I
it.
didn't say I was.
Which pile of leaves have you
No.
ever found that could actually cushion your fall? There's
undoubtedly they
pavement
do.
underneath.
No, they don't leave these on the pavement. They leave them on the grass.
They're trees.
They leave them on the grass.
They don't leave
No,
them.
no,
No,
this is
they-
after you
they-
rake them. This is
No,
after you rake them.
No, they.
You
the-
raked your
the
whole
they.
property, and it's on a point in your lawn, and it's you know,
I mean,
you got a little 5-foot pile of leaves.
I guess so. I mean, I love stepping on piles of leaves. I love stepping on dry leaves. You get that crunch, and I love this time of year because I'm a very nervous Nelly, and I'm always nervous about people breaking into our house. No one can break into our house with that pile of leaves on the entrance to the side door. I'd hear them coming from a mile away because every time you walk, it goes.
Oh, it's your little deterrent. Your little nature's deterrent.
It's like nature's deterrent, so I can hear them.
Nature's alarm system, just in case someone's trying to break it. First of all, if someone's trying to break into the house, when are they using a door? When are they using a door?
Many people.
Many
They pick a lock. You ever heard of lock picking?
Ah, man, there's a window.
No.
They definitely try the door first.
Well, I don't think they would go further than shit using a window.
No, you always do the door because the door's a better escape route. You also have to think about the escape route.
Right.
You obviously don't know how to
by
break
a broken
into a
window,
home.
and now you're leaving DNA on the scene.
Yeah. Can
Any criminal worth their salt tries the door to get in as hard as they can.
This is amateur hour over here. But I've always been very afraid of people coming in. In fact, when I was a kid, I used to create these like Rube Goldberg machines to make sure I would know if somebody came into my door.
Drake and Josh did.
So,
Or like Home Alone.
Yeah. So I'd put like a cup attached to a string, and if the door opened, then the thing would go up and hit a thing, so it would make a noise, and then I would know someone's in here, and now I'm gonna die.
Did this? Yeah, I want to know before I can't defend myself.
Yeah, I just want to know.
But there's no way they worked. Also, how do you
course they
test them?
work.
You can't test them from the inside.
You're a kid.
You just hope?
You're a kid. You have all the time in the world. You go outside and you test it.
What, you hopped out through the window?
No, you go. You.
So who set up the machine?
You
the
put them
latch?
in. You can set them up in the little crack of the door. So you put your hand in.
So you were like a toddler squeezing your little fingers.
I'm telling you,
to the door?
I open it and then it's a big crash and I went. It was successful.
It was
'Cause
successful.
I didn't have a lock on my door.
Dude, you have a lock on?
So, but this is your bedroom door, right? So at this
Yeah.
point, the criminal's already in your house.
Yeah.
Oh, Danny's just worried about himself.
Gotcha.
Well, no, I just want to know just so I can at least try to. I mean, I had a bat next to my bed.
Oh yeah,
Still do.
12-year-old Danny against a robber with a bat.
I can see 12-year-old Danny doing some damage with a metal bat. Metal
listen.
bat.
Was it a metal bat? I think
I'm
wood
not-
does more. No,
It was a wood bat. It was a heavy wood bat.
it was a Louisville Slugger, dude.
No, I listen. I mean, I'm not saying I would have taken down the intruder, but at least I'm gonna give it an old college try. You know.
Oh, I love that.
You didn't even give college the old college try.
That's true. That is true.
But one can
well, no,
hold-
I did give it the
Oh,
old
God,
college try.
Now he's defending himself.
That's actually the saying is based off of me. I gave it the college try and then said, "Fuck this."
Fair enough.
Fair enough. I thought JC sparked something.
Listen,
Here we go.
I just think it's. I think it's a good. I think it's good. I might set up a Rube Goldberg machine on my room tonight because my room, fun fact, also doesn't have a lock. I should consult my landlord about
Wait,
that.
what? What's wrong with the lock?
Yeah, you don't have
It
a
doesn't
lock?
work at all.
Yeah, we probably got to fix that actually.
Consult my land.
So my
The other thing about this time of year is, dude, freaking, I mean, this is such overused piece of conversation, but seriously, it needs to be said every year. It is 4:30 today, and it is dark.
It's true.
Dude, I was at my computer just, I don't know, doing work and shit. And then I got up and I went, was I actually on this late? 5:30. It's 5:30.
Yeah.
It's like there's might as well be the whole day I have, and it's nighttime.
No, it's quick. It's quick and it's jarring.
That's
to say the least.
Yeah, that's seasonal depression.
Oh, that's seasonal. That's the thing that I have to be worried about
Seasonal
sneaking into my
depression.
room. Seasonal depression.
Yeah, you can't set up a Ruth Guttenberg machine for
I
that.
can't set up a Ruth Bader Ginsburg
Yeah,
machine
for that.
for seasonal
But
depression.
I'm sure she's trying. Oh shit.
No, I don't know. It really is upsetting that it gets dark so early.
Did you grow up with locks on your door? I know you didn't,
No.
clearly, because you
I
needed
didn't
a whole
have a door in my room.
You didn't have.
No.
What does that mean? You got a curtain?
No, it depends which room. I mean, I've had many rooms in my house.
But
As the
what-
older siblings moved out, I'm
Right.
like, oh, I want his room now. I want her room.
Yeah, free picking.
Yeah, exactly.
So what was your
Well, I had
first
last pick.
So what? Yeah, true.
Second last.
So your first room didn't have a lock, or your second?
My first and second.
Oh, so you picked a room and it was an upgrade, such an upgrade, still without a lock. What was the first room?
Well, it didn't have a door.
Both?
No,
Oh, this-
neither. Or maybe it did. One of them definitely doesn't have a door, but it's fine because it's like it's the attic, kind of.
So
And there's
that's
only one other room on the other side, and that's like my other brother's room.
So there's no
This isn't jerking off age anyway.
right. So there's no. Oh, is
For
it
some
kitty
reason,
kitty?
for some reason, I picture it having one of those like hippie
Yeah, that's
bead
exactly- yeah.
curtains.
Yeah, and they're playing like chime music,
Yeah, yeah.
like tribal music, kind of in the background.
No,
why.
it's just I don't know.
All
man.
right, so
when you're in a room, I already shared this room with my brother too. We had bunk beds in there, so it's like, what do we even need a door for?
All right, so you didn't have a door separating rooms, but you had a latch
Where-
separating your floor from everyone
No,
else.
no, just stairs. It wasn't like an attic that you crawl into.
Oh, I thought they were just shoving you in the attic.
It's just, I mean, my house doesn't have a attic, so it's the top floor.
Where do you sleep on a bunk bed? What was the
Yeah,
situation
yeah,
there?
what was your personality type? It says a lot about you. Can I guess? Can you remember first before I
This
guess?
is when I was like,
I feel like
Seven,
I
bro.
feel like stereotypical older brother would say, "I want the top bunk." Meh.
I think you know what, the top bunk's really cool when you're a kid. Top bunk, not great. Very lame. I gotta climb stairs.
Terrified of the top.
Not even stairs. A ladder, dude. Worse.
So afraid of the top bunk. I hate the top bunk. I was forced to sleep with a top bunk once, and all I could think about 24/7 replaying in my mind was the thing collapsing and then the bed crushing my friend who was underneath on the bottom bunk. And I would just play that over and over in my mind, and it was terrible.
So you would give yourself imaginary survivor's guilt and get upset about it.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, it was so graphic too. It
Oh.
really killed him. Like bad.
Like bad.
Like bad.
Like not good.
like not good. Like no, but
like dead.
yeah, like very dead. So I said I can't do this anymore. I also roll a little bit in my sleep, so that's a recipe for
No,
disaster.
you put up the bowling bumpers or the crib bump.
That's not gonna stop me.
You think bumpers gonna
are
stop
you
you?
you're gonna roll off?
Yeah. If you think that the bumpers are gonna stop me, you're dead wrong.
Do you think you wake up, dude? Can you imagine sleeping in a bunk bed and then rolling over and waking up mid fall? What the hell
You
is
think
going
anyone's
through your head?
died doing that? It's a long
Yeah,
fall.
yeah.
Dude, people have died slipping on a penny. How do you slip on a penny? I made that up.
I don't think you
look
wake,
it up. I'm sure.
I don't think
did.
you wake up mid fall though. You wake up after.
No, because you wake up mid fall in dreams all the time when you're not even falling. I feel like that sensation.
I don't know. I've never fallen to the top bunk, but I've fallen out of every single bed I've ever owned.
Like,
Every single one. And honestly, most times I don't wake up after the fall. I wake up on the ground in the morning. Like I fall, and then sometimes a distressed person in the house will go, "What happened?
Are you okay?"
Did somebody collapse?"
dude, there are times with like more in the beginning when you were here and like there was a lot of drinking where I would just be sleeping. I would hear badoosh upstairs because Danny's right above me. I hear Danny all the time.
Oh no, I've fallen out of that bed.
No,
for sure.
This is what I'm saying.
I've fallen out of my fair share of beds as well. I can see that.
No exaggeration. Every bed I've ever owned.
I don't think so. You afraid to buy a new bed, or you're like christening
No.
it first
I
night?
bought a weighted blanket. That
Locked you in
that
tight,
restricts me.
dude. Fucking strapped in, ready to ride, bitch.
Yeah. I swear to God, it totally works. It fixed it all.
Yeah, because if you fall over, what's the poundage on that?
30 pounds.
That's a
It's a
weighted
beefy
dude.
blanket, bro.
Curl that.
And it's a blanket for a queen mattress. So I flip it over. That's 60 pounds.
Oh, you double fold.
I double fold. I sleep with a heavy dog on top of me, essentially.
That's not.
Or medium dog.
That's not how that works. By
It
the way,
is.
a 30-pound blanket folded in half is not 60 pounds, buddy. That's
True,
30 pounds.
but it's all 30 pounds. Oh yeah.
That's 30 pounds.
Right.
Well, they're
But it's all.
no one picked up on it, by the way. No one.
I
no
get
one
what he's
did.
trying to say though. The logic.
No,
you're definitely getting- you're
I'm
getting
getting more
twice the
poundage for sure.
You're getting twice the distribution of it, so
Right,
it's gonna be twice as heavy.
No,
then.
it's
Yeah.
not. It's just
I'm
instead
getting-
of like 15 pounds because I only have the left side, it's 30 pounds. You're getting the full package.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's but it's
Not double.
compared to how one would regularly use it. I'm getting pounded twice.
Which is, good deal.
I mean, two for
Two
the
for one
price of
special.
one.
2 for 1 special. that way,
Who's gonna stop?
nothing. No one.
Nobody.
I have a weighted blanket, 25 pounds. But if I fold it,
Weak.
I get good 45 out of it, I think.
All right, you're right. Fine. It doesn't add weight to it, but I get the full 30 pounds. I make sure of that.
What's that even mean?
I get the full 30-pound coverage.
So-
That's what I'm saying.
So if you fall over with that, I mean, what are you doing in your sleep?
Then I'm actually gonna have to research into adult nursing home
Yeah.
barricades for the side of my bed.
Yeah, like you're having seizures in bed or something.
But you can't bring somebody home and then say, oh, I live in essentially an adult crib. Like, you can't bring any potential love interest.
Oh, you're
home.
talking about if you have the baby bumpers on?
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, and you know what? Side note, bringing home a weighted blanket and that person's seeing it, they think you're high class. People love weighted
Think so?
blankets. I think so. People love weighted blankets, dude.
Yeah, it's
If anything,
great.
I would think that my first impression would be like, oh, this person has anxiety. Isn't that what they're mainly used
All right,
for?
professor. All right, therapist teak.
Yeah, but they're kind of expensive.
How much are they?
They also got shit in their pocket, you know?
The thing is,
price per pound?
the thing is, if you get a cheap one, eventually the weight will all go to one corner.
That's
so
right.
you
Oh,
so you
that
have
sounds
it's
awful.
horrible. So
But
you
you
have
could-
to get so if you get an expensive one, there's little strips
Yeah,
where
he's
each
right.
section of the beads, and those are the ones that are expensive. I think mine was almost $200.
It could be $200
Yeah, I think
bucks.
it was like
I got
200
mine.
bucks.
I got mine on.
believe
I
it,
got mine
yeah.
on Cyber Monday.
A nice one?
For 120. So
It's also I also made sure because I get really hot in my sleep, so it's also cooling.
it also has
It's
a
so
fan and a
good.
microwave.
Yeah, yeah.
I actually
Built-in
spent,
Bluetooth
Yeah, I actually
speakers.
spent $20,000 on.
Yeah, it's just where I live.
It's
Wait, what does yours have?
my house.
It's
Bluetooth speaker.
it's cooling, so it doesn't actually it's cool fabric technology
Yeah.
or
You're
whatever.
Saying it's like breathable.
Yeah,
It could
because if you think about somebody 30 pounds being on top of you, you might get overheat,
Like a
you know?
sauna in there.
So, but it's very breathable. I don't know what
Send
the
me
What
some
about
brand
links.
heated
is.
blankets?
I don't need it. I get too hot anyway.
That's fair.
Heated blankets, grow up, get 2 blankets. You know,
Nah.
what? It's just
Nah, I'm telling you, a heated blanket, not for sleeping, for going to sleep, it's not good, but just curled up in wintertime, and especially my house was very cold growing up. A little heated blanket, very nice.
No,
But
it
to
really-
go to sleep, it's too much.
But aren't heated blankets also 4 inches by 4
they make
inches? They're
full-
very tiny.
They make full ones. But honestly, you know what? I could see a heated blanket because it's the simple things. I put it on a sweatshirt right out of the dryer the other day, and I was like, oh, I feel loved.
I'm being hugged by 1,000 angels.
It
You had
was
a
so
warm,
good.
A towel right out of the dryer after a shower. Oh,
Do
You
you guys
get a warm towel on a plane or something?
you guys ever do cold underwear? You ever put your underwear in the freezer?
Isn't that how people wash it?
Excuse me?
If you put your jeans, I've heard this.
Didn't
If you
say jeans.
if you put your jeans or any clothes in the freezer, that is one way to avoid having to put it through a machine wash because the coldness gets rid of the bad smells.
So I can freeze smells off?
Listen, this is what I've heard. I know people put their
you
jeans in
definitely
the
freeze
freezer.
smells off.
You could definitely freeze smells off?
Yeah,
Is
because
that-
people do that when they find a fish or something that's kind of rotting. They put it in the freezer.
But they do that with everything. I think that's just to preserve it. Not
No,
to-
no. People definitely wash their clothes by putting it in the freezer. I know this for a fact.
Well, you're saying wash their clothes by putting it in
But
the freezer.
it's like an alternative wash.
So they freshen it up by throwing it in the freezer.
Yeah. Instead of washing, if they don't have access to a washing machine, they put it in ice.
Also, is it next to the vegetables? If I open up this person's fridge and I visited their house and I'm seeing veggies, peas, and their jeans
I think so. I think that's what it is.
Wait, can we go back? Why would you want your underwear cold in the morning?
on a hot summer day, that'd be nice. Come on,
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see
What?
that.
But wouldn't it be rigid?
rigid. I'm not saying.
Like it's rigid.
I'm not saying freeze it where I'm putting them on and it's going.
Well, how else are you
I
gonna?
am the Ice King.
How else are you gonna do this?
Yeah. Just cold. Put them in the fridge. Fine. Put it in the fridge next to the eggs. Forget the peas. Put it by the eggs. How about that?
See, I would just be more concerned about the moisture kind of getting into it. Now my underwear is wet, kind of.
And
Have you-
frozen.
are you
what
asking
the fuck
us-
are we talking about?
Have you actually ever done this, or are you just asking us?
I know someone that did.
Okay, so you haven't done this.
I have
Okay,
not done
all
it.
right.
That's why I said,
What
how do you?
authority
I
are
said-
you trying
I
to
said-
speak on
I said,
here?
how do you feel about it?
You know nothing about the frozen underwear community
No,
and the frozen jeans community.
I gotta join. I
The
definitely don't
shower
know about that.
orange community.
Yeah, in the shower orange
Don't get me started.
and the shower beer.
By the way, can we talk about that? I fucking hate people who say I hate the taste of water. Will you grow
No,
up?
not even-
Will you please? It's fucking water. It doesn't taste like it doesn't taste like anything.
A lot of the times they don't even say the taste. They're like, I don't drink water. I don't like it. It's like, what are you doing?
It's 75% of you.
Yeah, you are water. You don't like yourself. I mean, I'm not. That might be true.
No, truly,
might be
truly. Whenever I hear,
There's no way you cannot like it.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I mean,
You can be indifferent to it.
yeah. Whenever I hear somebody say that, I'm like, fucking baby. You're a baby.
You're a toddler, little toddler.
And then I drink my flavored water.
But also,
you could be indifferent to it, and maybe they like because they don't care for it, they just view it as a chore to be drinking it. But yeah, grow up.
yeah, it's like, the scientists tell me I need this for my health. I don't like it. Rebellious stage. Drink your fucking water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
I'm H2O boy.
Yeah, H2O boy all the way, dude. I would prefer if I had to choose one thing, rest of my life, I can choose water.
No.
I'd be happy with it. I changed it up. No, I like water. That way, Poland Spring. If I can't do a lottery, be like, I'll hand you a water.
One thing for the rest of your life. That'd be really tough.
I think I'm going with Gatorade. To be honest.
Yuck. Yuck. Gatorade.
I could do it so easily.
Gatorade. What about Snapple?
If it wasn't, see that if you're gonna drink large amounts though, it does have like a bit of caffeine, so I probably wouldn't want to.
See, I was leaning
Still
towards
water.
caffeine. I might do coffee. Truly.
I don't think.
I drink a cup of coffee all the time.
But you
every day.
can't. You can't. You can't.
Can't
Why
why?
not?
You can't just. That's the only thing you would drink. Your caffeine diet. I'm not saying you can't eat things, but I'm saying that's
guess
the
so.
only. You can't do that.
And it's like if you want to,
You can't do that.
You're parched late at night. Now you have to have a cup of coffee before bed.
I can have a cup of coffee and go right to bed.
Dude, it's not that. It's like coffee doesn't really quench a thirst.
Nah.
You'll fucking blow your brains out after your 30th day.
Yeah, maybe, but I just
like you
water
imagine you have a 40-minute worked on the Peloton. Now you get to
Yeah.
yourself to a
So
cup of
what a
coffee.
nice black cup of coffee.
I guess so.
I think that was a rough choice.
I'm sticking by it. I think
I'm sticking by
also
it.
it's very versatile. You can make a bunch of different drinks from coffee.
You're starting to cheat a little bit.
Not really.
Like what? Like what are you making? What are you making?
I can make an espresso or a coffee.
Okay.
Or,
Okay, that's two.
Maybe not a latte because
No, that's milk. That's milk, buddy.
You bend the rules a little bit. Bend the rules a little
Bend
bit.
the rules.
All
Now
right.
I can choose water, and now I can make tea out of this water.
Yeah,
No,
I'm just
no,
dipping
no.
a bag in it.
I'm just dipping a bag in it.
No.
It's not a different liquid. It's still water.
Okay, well then I choose water and I can get coffee anyway. 'Cause I can just
I'm just
run
running it through the grounds.
Throw some
Exactly.
beans in there.
No, I would probably pick water or
I like how he said no way now. Now
probably
we're coming
pick
back.
water or vodka.
Nailed it.
Maybe vodka.
and every day for the rest of your life.
Can I choose vodka soda? Like just always vodka soda all the time?
You definitely can. You definitely shouldn't.
I think I should.
You know what?
I think because you asked the Peloton question, if I got off Peloton and somebody said, "Here's a vodka soda," I'd say, "Amen."
I'd say, oh, thank you. I need this. I don't think it should be allowed, but I will allow it because that's the only conceivable way you can actually successfully pick vodka.
All right, so water, Gatorade, vodka soda.
So why would you choose I don't know, such a horrible drink?
Everybody says that, but I really have. I've conditioned myself so much. Like I've just drinking it so many times that I actually like vodka sodas. I have no problem with them at all. I think they're tasty, thirst quenching, good drink.
So you're saying that you've drinking so much of them that you force yourself to like them that now you like them.
Yeah, I mean that's how it. What is it? An acquired taste. That's a lot of things are like that.
And I also think that's dumb. Like the acquired taste.
I also think it's kind of not true.
That's so dumb.
Well, it's definitely true.
Dude, there are still to this day times where I don't want to eat something like broccoli or some shit, and my mom still goes. I am 24 years old. My mom still goes. Oh, it's just you haven't tried it. You don't like it yet. It's like, Mom, listen. I'm 24 years old. I'm not gonna try something new and realize I don't like it. I can see that fucking green thing or anything else and realize I'm not gonna like it.
That's not how it works at all. You're so wrong. If I agree with you on broccoli because you've had broccoli, but you can't just see it and say, "Oh,
Yes,
I'm
you
not gonna
can.
like it."
Yes, you
how,
can.
How do you know?
You really-
What if it tastes like your favorite food and you just don't even know?
You really can look at something and be like, I'm not gonna like that. You absolutely can.
You can guess, but you can't know.
Oh, you can absolutely.
You can't know.
You can absolutely. Know.
I like I said, I agree with you on broccoli because you've had broccoli and you don't like broccoli, so that's fine. But if it's just like a thing, a green thing. You can't.
I
That's
can definitely know
not
after
how-
smelling it for sure.
You could definitely know.
You guys are so.
This is
you don't understand.
that's how food works. It's aroma, it's sight, it's visual pleasure.
Well, that may be how food works, but you know what? This is how this works. You two will never have a sophisticated palate.
I'm fine with that.
What does that mean? I'm not going to force myself to eat something just so I could go,
Yeah.
I have a sophisticated
You
palate.
don't have to brag about a sophisticated palate. A sophisticated.
You're doing it
palate.
right now. No one gives a shit
sophisticated-
about your palate.
I didn't say I have a sophisticated palate. I hope to one day have a sophisticated palate.
How do you? So the only way I could get a sophisticated palate is by eating shit I don't like. That's what you're saying.
It's an acquired taste.
That doesn't exist.
Do you know what an acquired taste is?
No,
Yeah, it does exist.
It doesn't exist.
It does exist for sure. It exists. When you first have, when anybody first has like alcohol, whether it be beer, tequila, liquor, whatever liquor you like, when you first had it, you probably didn't like it, and now you love it.
I still
No,
think
there's no,
disagree
no,
because
no.
I think acquired taste bullshit because dude, still at the end of the day, no one would be drinking that shit if it didn't get them drunk or buzzed or whatever. If it had zero effect, you would not be just, let me do a shot of vodka.
Tell it to
you
him.
wouldn't be, let me do a shot of tequila.
Well,
it's disgusting.
Well,
it's repulsive.
well, alcohol is just an example that I know we are all familiar with. But I mean, it still stands because it's other things too. When I first had pickles, hated them. Hated pickles. You have them again, you say, oh, you have them on a sandwich, and you go, oh, I like the way it complemented this. And then before you know it, you understand the notes, and you like them.
Yeah, but a taste change is different than an acquired
Yeah, and that
taste.
happens.
No, that's what
When people become adults, their taste buds
pickles-
change all
No,
the
it's
time.
not about becoming adults. Pickles are one of the most notorious examples of acquired taste. I'm telling you, it's
You could
delicious.
shove 30,000 pickles up my ass. I'm not gonna like pickles.
I drink a lot. I drink a lot of coffee, and I still think it's disgusting.
Totally disagree.
You love coffee. We disagree. We disagree.
I think coffee's disgusting.
Totally disagree. And I'll tell you this much: if
still drink coffee.
If my doctor said you can't have caffeine anymore, I'd still drink decaf coffee because I like it.
I believe you.
I don't.
But I
don't
also
believe him.
Was
Also,
there
if
was
my
there was
doctor
there a
said
time
if-
in your life where you didn't like coffee?
Yes, when I first tried coffee, I went, "Oh my god, these people drink this."
How old were
You're
you?
definitely talking about when you were
was
a
like,
kid.
yeah,
for
I was a
both.
kid.
Okay,
But
so
yeah.
your taste buds change as you age. I don't
do.
think it had
No,
anything
my
to
taste
do with
buds-
acquiring
my-
it
yeah,
through
but-
through drinking coffee over and over again.
But I liked it. When by the time I liked it, you could still easily consider me a kid. Like it wasn't a very long time.
No,
Like,
that's-
I don't think it's.
I'm not saying when you turn 18, but I'm saying I don't think it was via you drinking it over and over and not liking it and then eventually you liked it. I think your taste buds just change as you develop.
That's absolutely what it was. Because at first you drink it and I'd say, oh, I don't really like it, and then I put 3/4 of the cup of milk, a ton of sugar in it, and then I started to like it like that. And then slowly you start making the coffee the star of the show, and now I drink it black. Like I am doing
Again,
right now.
I don't think you like it. I think that as you grew up, when you added a little more coffee, you're like, oh, I like the way this is making me feel.
No,
And then you added a little more caffeine, and you're like, oh, I like the way this makes me feel. And then you got used to the feeling, not that you like coffee, you like the way it makes you feel.
No, I like the way it tastes. I truly like the way it
so
tastes.
if it's,
I really do.
I just see now. I don't believe you.
Well, that's fine, but I truly like the way it tastes, and now I've gotten to a point where I can tell the difference in good coffee and bad coffee.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. I could do that too. I don't blow coffee like you're blowing coffee, but I could say like, oh, this sucks. Like
I'm
it's
just
still
saying,
not feel
I'm just
good on
saying
my
it's
tongue.
Not. It's to me. I definitely would not chalk it up to growing up because the time frame was like when I was 13 when I first tried it to when I was 14 when I was drinking it every day. Like it was a very short amount of time, and I don't think that my taste palates developed. My palate developed in such a short period of time.
Do you think?
Can I ask why did you just keep drinking it even though you didn't like it?
Because I did like I didn't like it when I tasted it at first, and then I just like I think every coffee drinker at first put a bunch of milk and sugar in it, and I'm drinking essentially what could be considered a different drink. And then as I started to drink it more and more, I like.
But why did you keep drinking it? if you didn't like it?
Because no, when I put a bunch of milk and sugar in it, I did like it.
he was drinking.
Did you though?
He was drinking sugar milk and like.
Because
Then why not just drink like sugar milk? Why did you need the coffee?
Because the thing that the thing that milk and coffee does to coffee is it makes it less harsh, and you can still taste the best part of coffee, which to me is like the nuttiness of it.
Also, sugar milk, probably tastes great.
Oh, delicious.
Probably tastes so good.
It's essentially a cereal milk.
Oh,
That's what it is.
shit. That's probably so good.
Either way, I like coffee. I have a sophisticated palate.
You just said you don't
I have
2 minutes ago.
I know.
I knew that's where he was going.
I have coffee.
I knew that's what he was trying
I like
to say.
coffee. I have a sophisticated palate, and acquired tastes are a real thing. I rest my case.
So you get a sophisticated palate by eating things you don't like.
That's what I said. He said no, and we're back.
I've recently acquired a sophisticated palate in the past 10 minutes.
Drinking something that he's never liked.
This was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Liking coffee does definitely not give you a sophisticated palate.
No, it doesn't. I'm
It
kidding.
depends. It's like I like him from the Colombian fields.
No, I'm kidding. I do not consider my palate to be sophisticated, but like I said, I want it to be.
Danny definitely thinks he has the most sophisticated palate.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly.
Like, I don't know. For me,
I'm just
like,
gonna start eating
isn't
everyone's ass, and then I'll have a sophisticated palate.
out of this group, absolutely have the most sophisticated palate.
Just 'cause you've eaten the most shitty things?
No, that's not
That doesn't
what it
make any
is.
sense.
Yeah, no, that's what it
That
is.
doesn't make any
That's
sense.
not what it is.
Because
So what
you've
is it?
tried the most things.
It's about being able to pick up the nuances in
The
different
notes.
things.
Yeah. Fuck off.
I'm
I rest my case.
I'm serious. I could do it with many things that you guys couldn't do. I could do it with water, coffee, whiskey, tequila. I've already proved it partially with vodka. That was pretty hard though.
Sort of. I mean, what'd you get? How many did you get right? 3 out of 5?
Yeah,
Above 50.
I'm telling you.
Passed in public school.
Again, compared to everybody else in this group, without a doubt.
You named all the things that we would also get right, by the way.
I don't think I would
not
get
as right
vodka
as me.
right.
Alcohols?
I think for sure, like spices and
Does that make
stuff.
him
I
sophisticated?
personally, I cook so much. I think that I could probably beat you in like naming spices in a dish.
Oh my
For sure.
god!
Looks like
Oh
looks
my
like we're gonna
God.
have to do some things.
You are fucking crazy. Listen,
No.
I've seen your spice rack. What are you talking about? The taco seasoning?
Do you even
the
have
garlic powder?
Do you have a spice rack? Mr.
Yeah,
Sophisticated
I got a
Palate?
spice rack.
Does he have a spice rack?
We share a spice
what?
rack.
No, I'm saying, do you have
in your
spices on the spice rack?
No,
you don't got shit.
Yes, I do.
You don't cook?
You have everything bagel seasoning, I think, and
Okay.
that's it.
Which is delicious.
Sophisticated palate.
It's everything.
Put everything.
It's everything.
It's everything.
It's
in
everything.
one.
It's
Do you
literally
know-
everything.
Do you know how many bagels they have to go through to get that?
That's probably true.
They have to go through hundreds,
They gotta-
thousands of bagels
I feel-
just to get one jar.
Child slave labor is picking them off and putting them in this jar.
I feel bad for and plain bagels are just the shaved bagels. It's like sheep.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, let's get out of here, by the way.
That's fine. My spice rack's definitely more complex than yours is, for
Yeah.
sure.
Do you even know what saffron is?
Yes.
How much per pound?
I used saffron not that long
It's
ago.
actually a lot.
Really? No, it's actually very expensive. How do you
it's
have
a lot.
saffron?
It's a lot.
I had
Dude,
to
they
use
sell
it
them
for,
at Seatown in a package.
I had to use it for
It's
work.
very expensive.
It is very expensive. Well, I mean, it's not. I mean,
For work, we
It's
did a
fucking
team bonding
expensive.
thing where we made Indian food, and that was one of the required ingredients.
look at JT coming out with these uppercuts of
Ooh.
sophisticated palate
Well,
tree.
maybe he has a palate. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe,
That's right,
Maybe,
Danny.
maybe
You
he
don't.
does. We'll have to put it to the test.
Looks like we're gonna have to put it to
We'll
the
have
test.
to put it to the
And
test.
this was a 40-minute segue into the next video coming. I imagine.
Yeah, I mean, it will be eventually. We'll put
Yeah,
it to
we'll
a
get
test.
there. We'll get
The
there.
Who has the most sophisticated palate?
This
What's
was
your-
the
God,
ADD
imagine
podcast.
and imagine you get your ass kicked too. God, it'd be so good.
How would we even test it? I don't
Like
even.
that. I'm
gonna
not
happen.
even sure. But well, that's for a decision making off camera, right? Let's get out of here. JT, tell them where to find you.
You can find me at JTHolden97 on Instagram.
You can find me at Danny is watching on Instagram and
Cooking with Gordon Ramsay.
Cooking with Gordon Ramsay and taste testing every spice I have known to man.
Get out of here. And you can find me at Aunt Prisco. Can't forget to follow.
Picky Boys Podcast. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below if you have a sophisticated palate, and share this video with friends, family, and everybody you hate.
Peace, guys.